Wednesday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. A mostly dry evening commute out there, but some snow is on the way. Let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, dry right now for the most part across western Massachusetts, although some flurries falling out there right now.
Yeah, related to this topic, Jack Wu and I were talking this afternoon about there's a lot of soft pedaling of the language. Is it our first significant snow of the season?
Right.
Is it our first notable snow of the season?
First measurable snow of the season?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's why you're an adjunct member of the 22 News Storm Team.
That's right.
The bottom line is it looks like most, if not all of us, are going to end up with at least an inch of snow overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. The good news is that we just have some flurries and light snow showers falling right now for the beginning of the evening commute. So I would still, drive carefully, but the bulk of the action doesn't come in here until later on this evening. As you can see here, I-91 north and south from the Connecticut state line to Deerfield is in good shape. And actually, the Pike is also looking good. From the Berkshires to Chicopee and Chicopee to Worcester County, we're also in good shape. Take a look at temperatures right now. We're above freezing in most locations, mid-30s for the most part in the valley, low to mid-30s right now in the Berkshires. And as we were mentioning, we've got some flurries that are floating in here. You can see a little batch of more robust flurries east of the Connecticut River. So the bottom line is this is kind of the first wave, but we don't expect much in the way of snow out of this first round of flurries and snow showers as we head into the early evening hours. It's later on tonight when we expect to see more accumulating snow. There is a winter weather advisory in effect until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll update you on snow timing and impacts with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
The CEO of United Healthcare was shot and killed in New York City this morning. 50-year-old Brian Thompson was shot just before 7 a.m. near a hotel in Midtown. Police say the shooting appeared to be a, quote, premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack. Thompson was rushed to the hospital where he died. A search is underway for the suspect. No arrests have been made yet. There's a new head coach for the UMass Amherst football team. Joe Harasimiak has spent the last 3 seasons as the defensive coordinator at Rutgers and is a former head coach at the University of Maine. He was also named National Football Championship Subdivision Coach of the Year in 2018. Chancellor Javier Reyes called the new coach an ideal candidate to lead the football program on its flagship campus. House Democrats are expected to force a floor vote this week to release the House Ethics Committee investigation on Matt Gaetz. The former Florida representative was at the center of a years-long investigation by the committee. The report was shelved, though, when Gaetz resigned last month after his now withdrawn nomination as President-elect Trump's Attorney General. Gaetz was being investigated for alleged sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. He has denied any wrongdoing. Protesters in South Korea are calling on the country's president to step down. This comes after the president declared martial law for a short time Tuesday. The president reversed that decision hours later, but only after a vote by parliament and additional protests. We're back now with meteorologist Brian Lapis. It looks a lot like snow out there, at least wanting to come down from the sky, but a lot of it drying up.
Yeah, low clouds, and again, the flurries are kind of drying up before they get to the ground. But eventually, we will have some accumulating snow here tonight. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory that starts at 8 o'clock this evening through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We've declared a 22 News Storm Team weather alert. Bottom line is the winter weather advisory, the weather alert, basically communicating to you that there's going to be enough wintry weather around here to make travel a little challenging, and it's going to be an inconvenience. Let's put it that way. Let's take a look at our 22 News Storm Team Skycast. 5 o'clock here this afternoon. Flurries, maybe a couple of light snow showers. Again, the storm doesn't get going until around or even after 7 o'clock. And here comes the steady snow. 9 o'clock, snowing up and down the valley. Snow continues through midnight. and after midnight as well. And then shortly after 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, the steady snow winds down, but we could still see some flurries and scattered snow showers even into the afternoon hours tomorrow, with a partly sunny sky as we head toward sunset. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the 30s. We'll continue to track the peculiarities of this round of snow with our 22 News Storm Team forecast on 22 News at 5 p.m.
It's a big word, Brian. The star-studded Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting ceremony takes place tonight in New York City. The tree is from West Stockbridge, a 74-foot tall Norway spruce. It is the first tree to come from Massachusetts since 1959. The ceremony begins at Rockefeller Center at 8 p.m. and you can watch it right here on 22 News. The tree will be on display to the public through mid-January. Well, Spotify Wrapped has been released today, and for the second year in a row, Taylor Swift has been named its most played artist. The streaming giant unveiled its annual overview of individual listening trends. Swift was 2024's most streamed artist globally, ranking in more than 26 billion streams. She's followed by The Weeknd, Bad Bunny, Drake, and Billie Eilish in that order. Well, tonight on 22 News, starting at 5, not in this order. With the holiday season here, shoppers are expected to be out in full force. We'll break down the numbers on how much is expected to be spent this year. Plus, several student athletes in Springfield are getting ready for the future and signing with D1 colleges across the country. And with snowfall expected across western Massachusetts, are local communities prepared to clear the roads? We'll track these snow cleanup preparations. Brian?
And so far, so good here. We do have a few flurries flying, but as the evening commute gets underway, traffic is moving along smoothly here. Springfield, I-91, no major problems. There's a little backup at the 291 merge with I-91 South. Otherwise, 91 is in good shape, and the Pike is also looking good. We'll update our snow situation on 22 News at 5.
Okay, Brian, thank you. And thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Latest news and weather anytime at wwlp.com. And you can track the snow headed our way on the 22 News app.